guys, it is time. It is time to create my Valentine's TBR. I have been waiting for this video. My book cart is nice and empty, waiting for some fun, fluffy rom-com romances to fill it up. I am so very excited. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Let's start picking out books from my shelf that... Okay, sorry, but I do have to stop. Look at my cat. I had to move her, in the chair together because she was sleeping when I came in here to film, and you can't move the cat from the chair. I am going to be looking at my bookshelves here, and I am going to be picking out books that I'm in the mood to read in February. Disclaimer, this is going to be my February and March TBR, but for an appealing title, we're going to just say my Valentine's TBR. Realistically, I can't read 10 books or however many I put. Tell me why that was so easy to pick out 8 books that I want to read right now, that I want to read during Valentine's, which is literally just like 2 weeks away. But isn't that what these TBR videos about, where we're just so like ambitious, where we just want to read every single book right now? It's fun. The first one is Book Lovers by Emily Henry. Emily Henry is easily one of my favorite authors. I have read 2 of her books so far and I have loved both of them. Her writing has easily become one of my favorites, and I need her to release more books because I have this one in Happy Place and I need more. I need more. Like, there's something about me where I want to have 10 Emily Henry books that I have yet to read because it's just so exciting to have that like in my mind and on my bookshelf. This book, I believe we are following 2 characters. Well, I know it is. It's a romance book. But I believe they're like academic rivals. They are both writers and they're competing for like this one position or like this one project. So it's going to be like an enemies to lovers, maybe in forced proximity since they're working together. I really hope to read the rest of the Emily Henry books that I have by the end of the year. So what a better time than to read Emily Henry during Valentine's. Then the next book is Flawless by Miss Elsie Silver. I have yet to read any of her books and I really want to make sure that I read a couple before the end of the year. I have never would have thought that I would be into cowboy romance. Like, if you were to tell me that 3 years ago, I'd be like, no. Gives me a little bit of an ick. But so many people have spoken so highly about this series, the author herself, and I need to know like what is so like enthralling about her books. Like, our main character is a professional bull rider. You see, like, before that wouldn't have intrigued me at all, but now it does. Our main character is a professional bull rider, and it seems that his career has basically just gone to shit. And to clean up his image, to restart, he has to be with, I believe, the boss's daughter for a whole season. And it says, but I don't need a goddamn babysitter, especially one with skin-tight jeans, a sexy smirk, and a mouth she can't stop running. A mouth I can't stop thinking about. And then it says, because Summer, that's a very cute name. It says, because Summer isn't just another conquest, she sees the man behind the mask, and she doesn't run, she pulls me closer, even when she shouldn't. So it sounds a little bit like an enemies to lovers, like it very much is giving he doesn't want anything to do with her. And it sounds intriguing because if this is a romance book, I'm curious to see how the tables are going to turn and how he's going to fall in love with her. Oh, I really hope that I love this book because I have the entire series and because she has more books. Elsie Silver is coming out with more books and she has other series, and I just really hope this is like an addicting romance read. That sounds lovely right now. Then we have The Do-Over by Lynn Painter. I definitely have to give a moment for these sprayed edges. They are beautiful. This book actually takes place during Valentine's. So not that I have to read during Valentine's, but I feel like I have to read during Valentine's to get like the full experience. This isn't like your typical book where you're following the characters throughout like a few weeks, a few months, a few years, whatever it is. This book actually takes place on Valentine's Day every single day. So every day she wakes up and it's Valentine's Day all over again. And this is a YA. I am a huge fan of reading YA. I love it. The words are easy, it flows well, the story is usually quick and fast paced. I just love YA. So I read Better Than the Movies and I really enjoyed that book. So I want to make my way through more of Lynn Painter's books. So why not? Oh my god, I feel like I got a cat hair on my face and it's like itching me. So it says, after living through a dumpster fire of a Valentine's Day, Emily Hornby escapes to her grandmother's house for some much needed girl talk and companionship. There, Emily passes out on the couch, but when she wakes up, she's back home in her own bed. That's not the only shocker though. Somehow it's Valentine's Day again. And the next day, another disaster B-day. Oh my gosh. It sounds so freaking cute. I'm so excited to read this one. And look at the freaking pink spine. I love it. Then the next book is The Score by Elle Kennedy. At this rate, I am reading one book off of the off-campus series a year. It's been 2 years and I've read 2 books type of thing. I can't believe that it's taking me this freaking long. I've had this book on my immediate TBR though, I think at least 1 or 2 times, and I have yet to pick it up. And there has been times where I'm like, ooh, I'm in a really big mood of like a hockey spicy romance, but I never end up picking it up. This series is really, really popular. A lot of people love it, and I just should finish it at this point. But it's one of those books too where it doesn't take that much energy to read it, so that's why I just don't know why I haven't picked it up. But I'm going to put it on my book cart so that I can be reminded of it and so that I can pick it up. The next book is The Flat Share by Beth O'Leary. Oh my goodness, I don't know if this is just like a cover buy or like what, but look at the cover. It is so beautiful. And I think the cover has a lot to do with like me wanting to read it because I think the cover is just so beautiful. But when I tell you the premise of the book, it's just so intriguing as well. It is forced proximity, but not forced proximity where they're literally seeing each other sort of thing. They are sharing a flat share, and I believe like in the beginning of the story, or I know for sure in the beginning of the story, they don't even see each other. Like they don't even cross paths. I believe the premise is like one of the characters is awake at night and then one of the characters is awake during the day, like because of their job, so they don't end up seeing each other, but they end up like, I think, leaving little notes, and I don't know how they end up like creating like some tension or like falling in love, but it just sounds so good, you guys. Like, I don't know, like, and I haven't even heard that many people like rave about it or like say that they loved it and it's 5 stars, but like the premise of the book and just like the cover, it sounds like my cup of tea, and I was really, really close on literally picking this book up yesterday. This is crazy, you guys. I mean, it's not that crazy, but I feel like it's crazy for me. The next book is The Hate Game by Sally Thorne. This has to be one of the first ever books that I've ever like heard raved about, and I've ever heard like people just like be obsessed with it. But when I tell you, the people who have read it now, they rate it like 3 stars. Like, there's nothing crazy about it. But I'm still intrigued because this book, I feel like, had, I think it maybe was like 2021 in a chokehold. Like, I feel like everyone and their mother was talking about this book in 2021, and I like missed the train. I didn't read it when everyone was talking about it, and now I'm just like, oh, like I do want to read it. I do. Like, I want to have this book under my belt sort of thing. I believe this is like a forced proximity, academic rivals, like enemies to lovers, like good old tropes that I love. If you've read this book and you loved it, please tell me because I need a little push. Then the next book is The American Roommate Experiment. This is by Elena Armas. When I tell you that I was this close on picking it up, I think it was December. Like, I had this book and another book. Like, I was like, it was very, very close, and I ended up picking up I Think As Good As Dead. The synopsis on this one sounds lovely. It sounds so freaking fun. It's based in New York. Doesn't that sound fun? Okay, so it says Rosie Graham has a problem. A few, actually. She just quit her well-paid job to focus on her secret career as a romance writer, only to enter a creative slump. Don't we love that? Then the ceiling of her New York apartment literally crumbles on her. She heads to her best friend Lena's empty apartment, not knowing that Lena has already lent a studio, to her cousin Lucas, who Rosie has been stalking, for lack of a better word, on Instagram. To Rosie's surprise, Lucas offers to let her stay with him, at least until she can find some affordable temporary housing. Soon, Rosie discovers that Lucas is intent on coming to her rescue like a Spanish knight in shining armor. Only this one strolls around the place in a towel, has a distracting grin and irresistible accent, and comes with a set of mad cooking skills. And when Lucas learns of Rosie's writer's block, he promises an outright. You would think this is my first time reading this. I just forgot about it. Oh my god, he promises an outrageous idea to bring back her literary muse and meet her deadline. He'll take her on a series of experimental dates meant to jumpstart her romantic inspiration. Rosie has nothing to lose. Her silly online crush is totally under control. But Lucas's stay in New York has an expiration date, and 6 weeks may not be enough time for either her or her deadline. Oh my god! So we sort of have like well, definitely a forced proximity, but we sort of have like a fake dating trope. You're telling me he's going to help her with her homework? And she has already like a crush on this guy and he doesn't know about it. Oh my gosh, and he has an accent. This book sounds like lovely. It sounds like it's going to be just so much fun. I really hope I read this soon. Then, to last but certainly not least, we have The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. I know, I have yet to read this book too. You probably didn't even think, wow, she hasn't read this book, but I'm over here like, I know I haven't read this book yet. This and The Hating Game was probably one of the first ever romance books that I ever bought, like 2 years ago, maybe 3 at this point. I don't know what it is about it. I feel like I wasted a year, to be honest, last year of like reading, and I want to like fix that, and I want to read these books that I'm just like so excited to read and just haven't yet. Her books are just so popular, so wildly, I never know how to say it, so widely loved. And it's also like academic rivals. Hopefully I don't feel stupid while reading this. When a fake relationship between scientists meets the irresistible force of attraction, it throws one woman's carefully calculated theories on love into chaos. So it's fake dating, which I love. I also think it's a little bit of like forced proximity because they work together, and it's academic rivals because they work together. It's like a little embarrassing at this point that I haven't read an Ali Hazelwood book. Like, come on. I also have the tiniest little bit of fear that I won't like her writing, because how god awful would that be? And that is all of the books that I want to read this Valentine's season. Can you tell that I love Valentine's? Have I said that already? I guess it's something that doesn't need to be spoken. I bought little twinkle lights to put on my book cart, and I'm so excited to put it on. So I'll be right back. Let me go get some batteries and I'll be right back, okay? I'm so excited to put these on because I have wanted little lights on my book cart, and now I can finally do it. My cats better not mess with them. I already see her looking at them. Okay, why do I feel this is actually going to be a little hard to do? Because like, I don't know where I want to hide this. Oh yeah, and then I can put it through here. Girl, you better not bite them. Dude, you don't even know what this is. Why do you bite it? The way she's so curious about it. Ta-da! She's all done. Oh, I think it's so cute. I definitely need to put like a little something here. Like I need like a red heart. I need something that says it's Valentine's right here. The only thing that I have is a strawberry shortcake candle. But we're gonna put it right there so I can hold the book so it doesn't fall. Cute! Thank you so very much for watching me build my Valentine's TBR. I had so much fun doing so. Thank you so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!